Hey, it's all about lunch, and Ryan Nolan is here from a great restaurant in Oshkosh that does wonderful lunches called Mahoney's. Good to see you, Ryan.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Ryan's a great area chef, and he's known for his wonderful creative sandwiches and soups and things like that, salads. You're not going to find the ordinary there. You know, you're all about taking things to another level.
Well, just having fun with it. We like some whimsy. We like, you'll be able to get some standard traditional fare, but we do like to have some fun and have some whimsy to certain items. So.
I love it. I love it. And you know, one of the easiest things to switch up lunch is instead of doing it on bread, do it in a wrap.
Sure.
Especially even for the kids' lunches. You know, it's just a little bit more fun. They're easier to eat, and wraps are really taken off. And I don't see them going away. You know.
No, and it's been a kind of a hot trend for a while, and it's going to stay there because, you go to lunch, you get the idea of the sandwich and everything, but without the heaviness of the bread.
Totally agree.
The tortilla is a little bit lighter, or if it's a flatbread, because we've done this same sandwich on a flatbread before, and it's had some great success with that. But.
And the other thing is there's so many different varieties of wraps, so have fun with it, experiment with it, and think outside the box as far as what you're putting in that wrap. So this is a fun sandwich. You probably wouldn't have thought about combining some of these flavors, but it's a great way to stuff a bunch of different stuff in there. Use some stuff that you might already have in your fridge that needs using, like grapes. I always have red grapes, seedless red grapes in my refrigerator. I always have them.
And it's this way we're going to do them is something totally unique and different that you might not have done before, but it's a lot of fun and something you can use in the wrap on a salad or anything like that.
So we're going to roast grapes. I've never heard of that. So tell us, how do you roast grapes?
It's so stupid simple. You would have thought, why didn't I roast them before? So we've got a little tray here that we can put in the oven, and we've got about a pound of grapes or so, or maybe it's a half a pound, I don't know, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And then it doesn't matter how many you have.
All right, so this is a method.
Just drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. And then a little salt and pepper.
So it's got the sweet and the savory thing going on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
What temperature should the oven be?
Between 350 and 400. And, like if you have the convection feature on your oven, definitely turn that on. It's going to go faster. But you're just going to want to keep watching them. And what's going to happen is as they cook, they're going to start to expand because the moisture in there is going to push the skins off a little bit.
Sure.
But then after a while, they're going to contract a little bit.
Okay.
And that's where we want to stop. When they start to look like big fat raisins.
Right.
Now we don't want to take them so far that they actually look like raisins because we probably burnt them.
Flavor-wise, they just really sweeten up.
It sweetens up, but it also has that kind of salty savoriness on the outside. It's totally different, and the texture changes too. It's kind of got that texture between a grape and a raisin. It's not as chewy as a raisin, but it's not as poppy as an actual grape.
I love this idea. Fantastic, because like you said, you probably have grapes in your fridge anyway, so why not try this out?
Pretty cheap.
Yeah, they are, and you can get them usually year round. Okay, so we've got our wrap, we've got our roasted grapes. They kind of shrink down a little bit, so here's what they look like. All right, let's put this sandwich together.
Yeah, so we also have some Brie cheese. I love Brie because in this one it kind of acts as the rich sauce and also the cheese.
And it goes great with grapes.
And it goes with grapes.
Yeah, I love that.
If you're going to have this, you might as well have a glass of wine for lunch too.
Chicken or turkey?
This is turkey, just some deli turkey. If you wanted to use roasted chicken, perfect as well with that. And then just some grape tomatoes, some spring mix, and then just a little raspberry vinaigrette.
Oh, I like that. So no mayonnaise involved in this at all.
No.
So we're going to spread the Brie.
Yeah, we pulled the rind off it. We've cut the rind off it, and I probably put a little too much Brie in here.
Oh,
we
are you
about
kidding
an
me?
ounce and a half to 2 ounces.
A little extra cheese never hurt anybody. I'm all over good Brie.
So we've got the Brie, and then you can kind of pick what order you want to go in. But we'll say we'll put the spring mix in next, and if you wanted to use spinach or arugula, just as fine. And then we'll put our grapes on there. And then our cherry tomatoes, or these are grape tomatoes, that we just kind of cut in half. And then our deli turkey, and it's about 4 ounces of turkey. We don't want to have too much on there. And then at the end, just drizzle a little bit of that raspberry vinaigrette on the top.
I love this. Talk about no more boring lunches. What a fun wrap. Now, you're a pro. How do you wrap this up?
Well, the way I wrap mine is I'll bring it over and kind of pull it back a little bit, tuck in my sides, and go over again. So we're going to go all the way over. Our cutting board is sliding, and kind of pull our top layer in, and then we're going to fold our sides down and over, and then all the way over again.
You make it look so easy there.
But whatever way you can get it wrapped, even if you leave the sides open and you just roll it straight up, it's just fine. It doesn't have to look perfect. And then just give it a little slice on the bias.
That looks fantastic. It's beautiful. Now, what would you serve that with at the restaurant?
Well, usually there you get a choice of sides. So if you wanted some fries with it, if you wanted a salad or a cup of soup, but you know, you kind of, if I was going to have this at home, it's enough there just to have by itself. Yeah. You know, maybe just some chips for a little more crunch.
For sure. Oh my gosh, all sorts of different wraps, sandwiches, salads, soups, and entrees. Mahoney's, when the weather is nice, you have a great patio that hopefully keep that going. Where can people find you?
30 Wisconsin Street, right across from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh.
I love this. If you don't want to make this at home, they do run this as a special. Call Ryan, find out when he's running that as a special, and you can go and get it right there at Mahoney's. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Stay with us. We'll be right back with some more really fun ideas for lunch.